In this tutorial, we will show you how to create and edit schemas. First, open a dashboard, add a new section, insert a schema, and begin editing. As an initial step, edit schema properties and select an image, which can be either vector or raster. The image will now upload directly to the media resources of the control unit. With the schema set, you can start adding new devices. After creating a placeholder, assign a specific device to it, either through the menu or by double-clicking the placeholder. Let's find and assign the CO2 sensor. We notice the device appears quite small. To adjust the scale of all devices simultaneously, use the global scale property. For example, set it to 250% and resize the bounding box accordingly. To further customize the device appearance, disable a name label, set the theme to match the app settings, turn off grounded corners, and reduce background opacity. Finally, click Save. Effect. Now your new schema featuring the background image and the first device is visible on the dashboard. And as you can see, clicking the device instantly reveals its details in either pinned or unpinned mode. And now we are ready to add more devices. We can do that by duplicating this existing object. It will reuse the same styling, so we don't need to set everything from scratch again. Okay, the only thing that we need to do now is to assign a different device to each duplicate. For example, heat and cooling mode and presence mode. In schema properties, you can set a separate image for the light and dark mode of the app. As you can see, when the app switches between light and dark mode, not only do the controls change their color, we can also adjust the background image to match the overall look of the app. Besides devices, you can also add text or value objects. For example, statistical values. Let's start by adding a simple headline. Outdoor temperature. We can adjust its color, individually scale its size, turn off the background, and align the text to the left. Next, let's add a value, for example, today's minimum outdoor temperature. We simply select the desired device, outdoor temperature, then choose its specific value. Not only current values can be used, but also various statistics configured in another section of the app. So we'll set this first value as minimum temperature. And then we can duplicate it and set the second one as the maximum temperature. We can now add labels to these values. Let's call the first label min. And align it to the right. And then we can duplicate it and name it max. From user's perspective, it works the same way as devices. When clicking on any displayed value, the corresponding device will be highlighted. Now let's populate our schema with devices from the various zones. We'll begin by defining the prototype design for a single device. We turn off the name and the value, make it round, and adjust transparency, something like this. And from now on, every device we add will automatically adopt the appearance of the last creative device, which is this one. Let's start by adding devices from the living room. We'll filter the device list by the living room zone, then add each device to our schema. The left RGB lamp goes here, and the right RGB lamp here, like this for example. Next, we repeat the same steps for the kitchen. And the bedroom. Let's delete this temporary device. And now we can create another visual style, for example, to represent security devices. Let's add, for example, alarm device. We can keep its name, bytecom, and the value displayed, and make it slightly smaller. And now we can start adding motion sensors from different zones. As you can see, the zone each device belongs to is invisible directly on the schema, but by clicking on a device, we can easily check it in the properties panel. This sensor is from the dining room. This one is from the bedroom. This from the office. Another from outside. And finally, one from the entrance. Perfect. Now we're all set, and this is how our completed dashboard looks. Now the schema is complete, and we can make some final adjustments to the dashboard itself. For example, rearranging the order of sections or changing the accent color. Once saved, the entire dashboard content is immediately stored in the control unit, making it available even to offline apps. Schemas can be used on all Tab Home apps, including smartphones. We can also quickly verify the available space in the media library on the My Location screen. In our case, there's still plenty of free space left. That's all for the schema feature. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to your feedback in the comments below.